What's your purpose in this life?
Do you just look out the window sometimes and you're just wondering how big the city is? You look at the documentary on National Geographic and you see how huge the universe is, and then you wonder how small you are.
Do you ever just lay at night in depression, just wondering, why am I here? Does my life have any meaning? Am I going somewhere? Why was I even created?
You see, the reality is that many of us are dealing with depression. We are dealing with loneliness and anxiety. What is the meaning of my life? Why am I breathing? Why am I still alive? You ask yourself these questions in that state of depression. Now, you chase the money, you chase the fame, you chase the social media presence, you chase that life of the influencer, the life of the media, and you want to be that guy, you want to be that girl. At the end of the day, what happens is you lose your true identity. You lose who you are meant to become, and now you're living a life not of which you were supposed to live, but you're now living a life that people want you to live. You discard the whole uniqueness to yourself, and you're now what the world has shaped you to be. You've tried to find your purpose in your friends, you try to find your purpose in things, you try to find your purpose in the world, and you lose your true identity. At night, we find ourselves heartbroken, we find ourselves sad, we find ourselves crushed. Sometimes you ask yourself, is this who I really am? What am I doing? You fear that your friends will leave you simply because you are not who they thought you were. You will be famous. You will get the millions and millions of support from your fans. You will get all the money in the world. What happens when you're alone? Are those fans there for you? Does that money comfort you? Is that money enough to take away the depression and the loneliness? The reality is that the fans are there. They are there for what they have made you to be, and not for who you really are. What have you got to offer to the world that is solely from within? Now, where do we find this purpose? We find the purpose that we were given by the one who created us. The Creator knows the purpose of the created. Find yourself in a place where you succumb and you chase after His heart, where you look deep within Him to find who you are and who He has made you to be and why He has created you. You will then find the meaning of life. You will then find the purpose of you being alive. You will then find the purpose that you are called to fulfill. You are more than the depression. You are more than the loneliness. You are more than the anxiety. You are much more than the fear that is surrounding you. God has called you for a far greater cause than what you think is great in your life. Now just think about every single thing that you are trying in life that is not working, the things that you're investing in that is not being manifested because it was not meant for you. You are not created to be where you want to be. You are created for something far greater than whatever this world has to offer you. Our purpose can solely be found in God, for He created you. He gave you life. He gave you His Son, Jesus, who is the one who will never leave nor forsake you. You have friends that abandon you, friends that break your heart. You have friends that betray you, they break the trust completely. But the one God has given us, Jesus, He will never, ever, ever cause you to go into depression. He will never, ever cause you to be alone because His presence will be constantly with you.
Sometimes you find yourself in the place where you cry at night. You find yourself in the place of depression, yourself in that place of loneliness. Because nobody loves you, because of so much rejections, because nobody is able to accept you, because you feel unwanted, you feel alone, you feel in the dark. It's reality and everybody faces it, but listen to me. There's one who's able to give you a life far greater than those things. A life that is much much better than just depression and pain and sorrows. He's able to give you comfort, and He's able to take all of those things upon Himself, defeat it, and give you life in exchange, give you love in exchange, give you peace in exchange. He is God.
He loves you far greater than your parents ever could. He loves you far greater than your friends ever could. You can trust Him. You can depend on Him. You can put every single one of your burdens on Him, and He will carry it all without complaining. Now, wouldn't you want a friend like that? There is a friend that exists, a friend who is perfect. Jesus is that friend. He's that friend.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're really blessed and touched by